I'm fucking Barry Allen. No? Okay, shut the hell up. Colamon, thank you for the 53 months. Choser, Northumk. Got Philip for the 6 months, thank you. Welcome back.
What is cracking, fam? It's your man Justin Woodward from The Mix, the host with the most, play me close like butter plays toast, Iggy. This is the Mix Summer Game Showcase, previously the Gorilla Collective, but nothing has changed. We are still bringing that
The Gorilla Collective. Oh, so they rebranded.
I'm not alone in this adventure. I'm here with my beautiful wife and game sommelier, Candace Woodward.
Hey Justin, and hey everybody. I'm Candace, and yes, we are firing up the grill to cook with the latest and greatest indie games and developers. And during our time together today, you'll discover a veritable smorgasbord of new releases to put on your radar and your wish list. I'm talking about hot upcoming games that will keep things popping between your cookouts and pool parties.
Cookouts?
That's right, grab your floaties, Candy. You know summer is on the sizzle and so are the devs. We're keeping it simple, lining up games in several categories that include world premieres, exclusives, and updates from some of our favorite developers and publishers.
And our friends at Valve hooked us up with a Steam event page, so make sure to open up Steam, follow the games on the show, and wishlist the ones that catch your eye. As a bonus, to show you some love for checking out the games, the developers on today's show have blessed us with Steam keys from games in their catalog. So when you see the following QR code, grab your phone, shoot your shot for a chance to get a free game.
Spiffy. Shoot your shot. This is just the start of our summer showcase. This Friday, we are taking over the rooftop of the Grammy Museum at LA Live for our in-person showcase, where we will have over 50 games to play. We have more sweet events planned in the upcoming months, including the Dope Indie Game Awards, the Fall Showcase, and a new show we will dig into shortly.
50.
Follow The Mix on your favorite social platform to get the scoop on everything we're up to.
No, I don't think so.
For more info, visit our website at MediaIndieExchange.com. We are happy to bring back the featured charity for the showcase with Experience Studios. This nonprofit provides diverse professional entrepreneurs in the video game industry opportunities to become successful and build self-sustaining businesses, achieved through accelerator programs and access to funding opportunities. Check out the Tiltify Streamlabs QR code for more information and to donate. Thank you to Twitch for working with us on this charitable cause.
Now, before we dig in, we have to thank
That's
our great
me.
sponsors who believe in the work we do here at The Mix. We really could not do any of this show without your support, so thank you so very much. And of course, we thank all of our featured dev teams who trust us to share their amazing projects with the world. It's your creativity and talent that truly make events like this possible.
Thank you so much. Kicking things off,
Thank
we
you
will start
so
with
much.
some up-and-coming titles that will blow you away. The games in this group are the freshest of the fresh, the dopest of the dope.
I just
You might
hear
even
it,
see
man.
some
I
brand
just
new
hear
projects
it.
you didn't know existed, and maybe even some world premieres. Didn't I tell you that the Mix always got your back? Because we do have your back. Keep your wish list locked and loaded, and let's hit play with no delay.
Roll the tape.
Roll it. World premiere. Ear. Looks like Final Fantasy Tactics. Exactly. Back in my day, we needed full-blown consoles. Now you just need a mobile phone. never ends. PS5, here we go, boys. Some PS5 games. I've been waiting for 6 years. Nice, 8 years. I don't know. Oh my god, it's the Vampire Survivor Killer.
Where do I even begin? I can think of that vacation, the run-in at the motel, that one argument. It was always the same. It's been just an awful journey to get both of us here.
Ah, Resident Evil 9. You were right, gang in chat.
Where are you, my love? Where are you, my love?
This is Silent Hill.
You're going to ruin us both.
Wait, this is actually Silent Hill.
For what?
Oh, this is pretty blatantly
But you'll come back.
Where the hell are you hiding?
You always do.
be crowned.
Now, the audience is thirsty for fun. Time to run. 'Cause now your denouement has already begun. That means you're done. We could both be pirates on the sea. You'll swap the deck and play a part for me.
Or is this Black Flag?
Or you'd better keep it clean. Watch out now, my little friend, 'cause Sharkspeare's looking mean. I've had enough of you, so time to be my puppet on a string. I've had enough of you. Oh, dance, my little muppet plaything. Why does the sun go on shining? Why does the sea rush to
Wow.
shore?
That gunplay, dude.
And oh, they know it's the end of the world. It ended when you said good.
10 out of 10 trailer for what seems like a 10 out of 10 game. Bro, that should be an illegal fucking review to put on your fucking trailer. What the fuck? World premiere. Ew, ew. Tower Survivor on wheels. Hey, this looks kind of cool though. This looks like Unrailed, but as a survivor. Alright. Finally an original twist on tower defense. Okay. Bet your fingers. Didn't we play a game like that? Bet your fingers. Feels like some kind of a Balatro-ish. But the art style is killing me, man. Killing me. Now this looks like a game for the current year. Pangia Elite. Did it say physical release? On fucking what? Super Nintendo? Oh yeah, we saw this one before. This one looked kinda interesting. Pool roguelike, I would say. Maybe. It's snookers. Shut the hell up, man. No one knows the difference. Actually a pretty cool idea. Flickshot Rogues.
The gaming industry isn't just big. It's a colossal $240 billion universe where millions log in, play, and interact daily. And we are going to revolutionize that universe forever with Ryzen. Ryzen is rewarding gamers for doing what they love most, playing video games. Most popular, most adopted, and most fun games. Ryzen will integrate with every Steam account, opening the door to over 100 million gamers to join the Ryzen ecosystem. And the best part is, Ryzen will let you convert your Steam achievements into real-world rewards. It's time to reward gamers
Into
for
meme coins or what?
think, play, earn. Ryzen.
Wow, Never End had me speechless. I didn't know I needed a game that combines minifigs with shuffleboard, but here we are.
This is why I love my job. Shout out to Ryzen, which is a sick new platform that allows players to get rewards through their achievements when playing games and also benefits the developers as well. Sign up for that. Before we get to the next category, I want to tell y'all about a new online showcase we're putting together with the crew at Digital Banditos. It's called Indie Fan Fest, and it's not your typical showcase. This all-new event will have a special focus on Steam Next Fest and building up wish lists, one of the most important contributors to a game's success. The Media Indie Exchange is pumped about Indie Fan Fest, and we can't wait to reveal our plans. There will be more details soon, so get to liking and subscribing for all the updates.
Triple A exit like.
Into some sword-swinging action. This category has
I would like to see a triple A exit like, man.
and the world's first Gardenvania.
Say that 5 times.
How would that even look like? How about a triple A rated Backrooms game? How about a triple A rated Tung Tung Sahur? Now we're talking. Gotta broaden your horizon. I think this game actually might give me seizures. Airframe Ultra. Cider.
Just a fight for scraps and waste. We felt so poor and useless.
Absolutely not.
The elusives are tiny creatures that live in our homes, hiding from us and borrowing whatever they need. To the elusives, humans are giants, slow and clumsy beings, but also dangerous threats that must be avoided. The raiders.
Well, that's what humans are to humans too.
Always seeking adventure and treasure. They're quick and stealthy, using guard cloaks to keep them hidden and invisible to the eyes of humans and predators. Elusive is an adventure and exploration game with Metroidvania elements. The protagonist, Zoe, is a brave raider seeking adventure in the giant world of humans. Along your journey, you will meet other adventurous characters and merchants with whom you can build friendships. In Elusive, you'll explore every nook and cranny of an old haunted house, uncovering pathways and tunnels within the walls that will lead you to hidden treasures. Elusive combines exploration with resource and treasure gathering, crafting, and quests.
Little Ori in the Blind Forest.
Tunnels.
Let's raid together.
$50.90 for this. Motherfuckers, none of you have a fucking $50.90, alright? I don't even have a $50.90. Treasure! Regions of Runegate. May contain inappropriate for children. This looks like Blasphemous 3.
I noticed that every time you watch these Dubsit indie game shows, all the games look worse than the games and shit little games you play. Why do you keep watching them? Have you ever seen an actually decent game on these shows? Clarify.
Absolutely. We have played many games of these game shows. Many games. I mean, less so on the very little showcases, but we do play a lot of little games, so even then. Now, I don't disagree that they are going worse and worse, but such is Trump's gaming industry. Dragon is dead. Hey, Gypsy Danger, thank you for 7 years. Minus 84 months, Lily, fist me Forsen. Absolutely, sir. Welcome back. Salty Dan, 6 foot, and Nairo. Welcome back as well.
For humans. Mutated creatures and viruses force us to live in underground bunkers. Vela is training combat personnel like you to overcome and reclaim the surface. Through the simulation, you can safely learn all the skills needed for actual combat.
I know Kung Fu.
Hello, I'm John Ju, the developer of Vela. Through this video, I would like to introduce Vela, a Souls-like training game.
Souls-like training.
A perfect simulation that can substitute for dangerous real-world environments.
Real world.
You can systematically learn all the Souls-like combat techniques: dodging, parrying, and fatal attacks. Block enemy attacks with shields, break their stance with perfect timed parries, dodge attacks with quick rolls.
Bro, what?
Missed opportunity to deliver critical hits.
Is this an actual like Souls-like training?
Your own combat style by combining various weapons, shields, and gear.
It's a simulator game.
Characteristics, making strategic choices crucial for victory. From basic straight swords to heavy axes, from small buckler shields to massive tower shields.
Does this dev think like, oh, the players that can't beat a certain boss in Elden Ring, they're gonna go buy this game and be like, I have to practice some.
More difficult roguelike mode. This extreme training begins to prepare you for real combat against mutated creatures. Being a simulation, there's no need to fear failure. You can experience new challenges and growth with each attempt. Failure will become another opportunity for learning. When you complete the simulation, you can challenge all the enemies you defeated with your own combat skills, but a single mistake means starting over from the beginning. Furthermore, hidden areas and special challenges await you. If you can overcome the hacker's interference, special rewards will be given. Soon, you will be able to experience your first simulation. The Steam demo is expected to be released in August, with an official release planned for 2026. Beta will perfectly support your training. The future of humanity rests in your hands. Do not forget to wishlist.
The fuck am I watching?
Hi, I'm Zach, one half of the Beauty Cult, and we're making Nectarmancer, a highly acrobatic Gardenvania where you work for the throne.
Gardenvania.
Is a mysterious entity that's dominated the world for centuries.
What does that mean? Like a Metrovania, but it's outside?
Nectar. Nectar is everything. Money, energy, fuel.
Is that what they're trying to make a new genre?
Wants every last drop. But as the world's reserves run dry and the forest itself begins fighting back, the throne has become desperate. So it's employed you, an expert in both sword and soil, to bring nectar to the throne.
Yeah,
no matter what
the volume is really low.
But melee alone won't be enough. The Nectarmancer can alter the very nature of their plants, using them as ammo or ammo factories, providing you with an extremely flexible loadout of projectile and soil-based support. Stay in good graces with the throne, and you might just survive in the Beauty Cult's Nectarmancer.
Bro, I hate when they do this. They put the shittiest font they can find for their fucking world reveal trailers and expect people to wishlist this? Like, what? I don't know what the fuck it's called. PvP? Armored Core Killer. Play it now. I played it 20 years ago on Newgrounds. I was from Pog. Damn, what's up with all the Metroidvanias in every single fucking style? Is it the new meta or what? Who is this game for? Huh? Who? Lost Castle 2. I think I have to play Lost Castle 1 in order to play this.
Yo, Airframe Ultra is gaming at its peak. It was developed by Video Cult, the team behind Rain World, and published by Acapulco Games. So hype.
And did you see we snuck in Little Nemo, which looks gorgeous? Quick history lesson, that is based on a story that was written all the way back in 1905.
That is a long time ago, Candy. Yeah, I dug the Capcom version back in the day on the NES, so cool. We have to hit that pause button to give some love to Experience Studios, a Black-led organization that serves underrepresented communities in the game industry. The Mix enthusiastically supports their efforts through our contributions to their many important and inspiring events. In fact, mark your calendars for the next Black Voice in Gaming Showcase coming to a screen near you on Monday, June 9th.
She's really smiling, huh?
Eastern and 9 a.m. Pacific, and is a part of the Summer Game Fest.
Now, slicing orcs in the face is cool and all, but sometimes you just want to spend a day crafting, farming, or cuddling with your beloved pet fire lizard. For those types of days, here's the category that'll feature farms, towers, and pets.
Let's get into it with some farms and towers and stuff.
This better be cozy, man. I waited the whole time now for a cozy game. Hey, Adron Collider, thank you for the 10 gifted, sir. Boop. Congratulations to all the lucky winners. Or unlucky. Thank you very much. Oh no. It's one of those Autismo games, huh? Doesn't look too bad though if you're into it. Yeah, it's definitely an Autismo game. Cozy Amazon simulator. Ha! If I speak, I'm in big trouble. What? What is this? Is it a fucking Factorio Autismo or is this a fucking Sims? Fucking Battle Royale? Bro, what the hell? This game has it all. You only need one game. Wait, what? Is this the same game as we saw before? I'm confused. With the factory automated. Wait, this is a different game. You think it's like game modes? Oh, it is the same game. Gather and collect. Haven't done that. Collect dragons and automate. What if I like to manually mate my dragons? Really Guardian. I can't look at these tower defense games after seeing that one. The moving tower defense game. It's not the same. Sounds like he's singing in Swedish. Not the language, but his accent. Kind of. Why does this song remind me of Expedition 33? För those who come after. Craft Terraria 2.0. All right. Interesting idea. But this is hella autismal too, man. Hella autismo. Finally, some good old-fashioned Pokemon. Choose your buddy. Is that Vaporeon? Polishing lawsuit. Nah, man. Nintendo only ever lawsuits if something becomes popular enough. Team Raccoon. Okay. Now you're asking for it. Now you're fucking asking for it.
Hello Forsen. I noticed your title says Summer Game Fest ! It should be Summer Game Fest and shit ! Because all I see is shit. Please clarify.
Yeah, the games are coming. Don't worry. Cope. Here we have a AAA.
I need to head up that mountain. My home's up there.
The plot twist is that she is dead all along.
Every damn game is the same slop. Some top-down pixel art crap that no one will play made by DI hires. Not a single developer wants to make something good. No one wants to take a risk. I'd rather watch you play Minecraft forever. I am losing it, Billy.
Bro, what are you talking about?
In the first game, players
all of these people are taking huge risks.
The collision was frustrating.
No one is playing their game.
And honestly,
it's contradicting to say that no one will be playing their game and that they're not taking huge risks.
I'm quite used to it. And from a
if you make something that people will definitely play,
than it seems.
That is not taking a risk.
We threw out the old system from our first title completely and started over
Most humanoid characters use a capsule collider.
It's not about taking risks.
It's great when your limbs are symmetrical and your pivot point
It's
is
about
in the torso.
people
But with a fox,
making too many
the
passion
capsule becomes
projects instead of
oversized,
what people
and the
actually
character
want, and then they
rotates
get
from the
fucking
wheel,
disappointed.
making it feel
Like,
like
why
you're
no one likes my
steering
passion
a shopping cart.
project?
We ended up doing something that
But that is the way of an oversaturated market, alright? When a lot of people have the tools, you will see a lot of people making games, and not just the people that are good at making games. It's simply the wonders of technology. Thank you, Unreal.
But in the end, it felt more natural, responsive, and fun. It took years of iteration.
Thank you, Game Maker Studio.
When you play. The other big issue to address was jumping. We wanted the precision of scripted jumps without the immersion-breaking ledge markings seen in other games. So we built what we call target jump system. And the targets are placed procedurally in real time. The system evaluates dozens, if not hundreds, of factors and conditions in real time. It is easily the most complex system I have ever created, and also the most satisfying. But we didn't stop there. If you're sprinting, the procedural targets switch off. You get a more reckless, longer jump, perfect for covering distances fast in a huge open world. The balance between freeform movement and target-locked precision is what makes traversal in our game so fun and Fox-like. That's it for now. There are many more improvements we made to the Fox character, including animations, morphs, grooms, skins, abilities, and more. But for now, I hope this gives
Any
a sense
two-legged
of how seriously
foxes?
we take our player feedback in getting the movement right. We are grateful for the players who play our games and help guide our designs. We still have plenty to learn, but we're really proud of where our character has landed. Spirit of the North 2 is now available on PC, PS5, and Xbox X and S. Thanks for watching.
Temtem. More Pokemon. This game was kind of popular though, right? I never played it, but I think I saw the stream reviews being very high. But they made a fucking Vampire Survivors. Endless Inferno. Every map is snow.
You're looking a little green there, Frog. You good?
This place is making me sick.
Oh, toughen up, Hop. It's good to have your world turned upside down every now and then.
Kinda trippy. Kinda reminds me of Mario Galaxy. He has the jump and the planet does
What's up, guys? My name is Clint Sparks, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Global Gaming League. You know, we as gamers know that gaming is the fastest growing form of entertainment in the world.
The Global Gaming League.
Television industries combined, but yet it's still disconnected from mainstream pop culture and the streets. That's why I'm here today with Media Indie Exchange,
And the
home of
streets.
discovery and innovation in the gaming world, to get you guys familiar with the future of gaming. Welcome to the Global Gaming League.
Live from Las Vegas, introducing the Global Gaming League, a league of celebrity-owned teams playing both new games from Call of Duty and Valorant to retro games like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and Tetris, and everything in between. A first-of-its-kind, multi-game title league where gaming, music, sports, fashion, and culture converge. This is not a traditional esports league. The GGL is a gaming entertainment league that combines the competitiveness of traditional sports leagues,
I gotta spin the chain.
theatrics and storylines like the WWE,
Fight me. You keep pressing A. Actually fight me.
I'm pressing Y.
and the fanfare and rivalry of the UFC.
No thrusting.
Attracting legions of new fans, real celebrities, real entertainment.
Who?
Real money. Everybody games, so we built something for everybody, giving gamers around the world the chance to compete and build a real career as a gamer.
Your mama could even play if she got skills.
The Global Gaming League will connect cultures, build international bridges, uplift underserved communities, and close age gaps while making gaming a household name and the new pop culture phenomenon.
The Global Gaming League starts now.
We got hustled. These guys are pros. My 5-year-old is better than me at Tetris.
All right.
I am looking forward to the Tim update, and as always, Spirit of
Who
the
is
North
giving
Sea
these idiots money?
beautiful and fantastic.
FOMO VCs. They hear the word gaming, $250 billion industry. Ah, take my money.
On the future and all of their endeavors.
Absolutely.
But all of these,
Justin.
they usually end up bankrupt after a few years.
For the generous donations of our participating developers
Esports
throughout
team,
the show.
giga
Just
overvalued,
scan the QR code on your screen
not making
to
any
come
money.
to Freebies and follow Media Indie Exchange on all your socials to stay in the know. While I'm hitting you with the reminders, go visit the Mixed Summer Game Showcase event page on Steam to see all the titles we're featuring today and wishlist the ones that tickle your fancy. Our devs benefit from growing their wishlist numbers, so don't be shy. Cool? Cool.
Extra cool. Definitely the ones that tickle your fancy. Next, we will karate chop into the next segment, which features
Sound
games
effects.
from flying fists to fearsome bosses. This category has some titles that are straight crack. So let's rock into the next seg.
How many of these devs use the AI code, do you think, Mr. Force? I think almost every single dev that we've seen here has asked AI, how do I code this at one point? But they're not like, probably they're not just copy pasting everything, but they're probably checking and then double checking. The reason why you cannot really do it, I think, is because you name all your shit, right, when you have a project, so you only get the generic stuff. You still have to understand it yourself, so you can't really, you have to translate it into your game. AI assisted coding has been pretty standard for literally years. Before all the OpenAI shit, you just verify your code first. Oh yeah? Is that why all the games are so shit? Checkmate, AI enthusiasts. Nah, but I've definitely seen in the last 2 years someone who plays new releases very often and shit of the shit on Steam. An influx of a lot of AI stuff, like really poorly made shit. Anything from art to voice acting to actual code, probably. Bro, what the fuck, didn't the rematch just come out? Rematch killer! This looks a little bit more like Rocket League though. I wish they showed something like Clair Obscure. Bro, the first time they showed the world premiere, we were watching these showcases, and I said, this looks pretty good. And chat went, lol, shit slop, fucking RPG, Persona copy shit, fucker. So you don't even know what's good if you see it, alright? Nobody said that. Go back to the VOD and see. I guarantee you, alright? I said Shadowheart, Pac-Man. Wait, Shadowheart was in there? Oh yeah, the Ciel bitch. Is that Shadowheart? One of them. Mel? Oh, okay. I forgot the fucking voice. Now this is like a proper little game. A gentleman's dispute. This looks like come on, the baseball bat game. What's it called again? Lethal League, thank you. Lethal League, yeah. But 3D, 3 dimensions. I can't see shit, man. But maybe that's part of it. Kinda trippy.
I told you, mind your own business.
Got myself a shiny new chrome. Wanna touch my skin, but this flesh not yours to hold. I won't phone police. Cause pigs never did nothing for me. I couldn't have done it my own. Oh, peace. Dance with the beast in my mind. A rough sleep intertwined with the sheets. A tough beat, but I'ma find my beliefs. No trigger warning that's gonna squeeze. Where's God? He must have skipped my house when joy was living out. But every bar in this prison is getting chiseled out. Like no doubt. Cause I know to spot the criminal now. Repeat the pattern of the quilt. His cadaver spill milk. Oh well, see rose petals will. And you do the same too.
Vampire Survivors really started something, huh? Oh, it started? How it's going? Let's bear welcome back, man. Michelle with the 3 years, 3 decades. Aware. Fully aware, man. Yummy Meal and Gandhi with 5 years, though. Nice. Enjoy the badge, man. Thank you.
Hi gang, I'm Nanda Gamecom, the game director of Troublemaker 2 Beyond Dream. This is an open world action comedy game and a direct sequel to the first Troublemaker, taking place 3 years after the event of the original game. In this sequel, we're diving deep into the themes of dreams and drugs, two of the biggest inner battle we often face as we grow from teenagers into young adults. We now have 2 main protagonists, Udi the Cipta Last Champion, returning main character from the first game, and Jordan Santoso, the pianist from the band Beyond Dream. The contrast in their fighting style and the story perspective will create a much more intense and emotional narrative, as we witness their journey through struggles chasing their dreams. Unlike the first Troublemaker, which was limited to high school, this time you are free to explore South Jakarta, a city inspired by a place across Indonesia, including Jakarta and my hometown, Pacitan City. And yes, Troublemaker 2 is our first ever open world game, following the Troublemaker 1, which was our debut action game. In this city, you discover tons of unique side stories, reflecting the real voice and daily life.
Honestly, that's quite the big project, though.
Hidden in unexpected corner.
I'll give him some props for.
You can visit their studio, jam with the band, and play original song from the game.
I mean, it's clearly Little Yakuza, right? But
indie developer from Indonesia, we proud to bring an open world experience set in a world that feels truly local and authentic. Troublemaker 2 Beyond Dream is launching in Q3 2025 on Steam, so don't forget to visit the game and follow us, Gamecom team, on all of social media platforms. Thank you for watching and stay tuned, stay woo.
Canada Gaming. What? Was it Canada Studio? No.
Hello, I am Ramon Nafria from Language Studio, and I want to present you Army Moves Over the.
What? I didn't understand a single fucking word he said. And I speak very good, you report. Like I'm fluent.
Army Moves Overdrive is a reimagination of Army Moves as if it was developed these days. And what is Army Moves? Army Moves is a game from 1986 for several microcomputers.
86, you guys weren't even born then.
Amstrad CPC, Commodore 64, Commodore Amiga, Atari ST, MSX.
It was 40 years ago, Chad.
Some of the oldest PCs with this GA graphic cards and this type of things. It began a series of games that include Navy Moves, Arctic Moves, and more recently, and not official, Space Moves. It is one of the best sellers of what is called the golden age of Spanish video games development. It will be an action game with some twists in its mechanic, like stealth, use of vehicles, and the best slap movement in the history of video games. We want to release Army Moves Overdrive to all modern devices, if nothing strange happens, next year. We expect you to enjoy it.
Alright. Classic. Classic. The fuck? Scrubbing trouble.
Games disappear, support ends, memories fade. But not here. At GOG, we believe that if you buy a game, it should be yours forever. That's why, back in November, we launched the GOG Preservation Program, a promise that your games will keep working even if they're delisted or no longer officially supported. 6 months in, we've already added nearly 60 titles to the program. Here are some of the best you can play right now.
And what if their service stops working? What if they go out of business? This is still a fucking client. You can download the executables.
You'll want to stick around.
Okay. Very good.
Okay, where are my old schoolers at? One of those games gave me
Me.
serious Sega Soccer Slam vibes for real. Definitely can't wait to give that one a spin. Also, shout out to GOG for keeping it thorough with their mission in keeping games alive.
Now we're going to keep things going with some creepy horror, comedy horror, FPS games, and action. Let's go.
I have to save them all. Even when the city resists, with everything it has. Sometimes it feels like everything is in my hands. Even time.
This is the fucking Pathologic 3 game. I don't understand this one, yeah.
I saved them yesterday.
It was so shit. The second one. It's so shit, man.
At first, it seems to be working, but I can't save everyone with my own hands. The city is dying from others' mistakes. And I try to fix them.
Filtered equals shit.
I take control.
No, it's shit. So I stopped playing. This is some Russian nostalgia game, alright?
A vaccine.
Same shit as Stalker.
Order.
Like, these aren't good games. They were just good back in the day.
The plague.
Because there was no other.
This can't just be a dream.
So, effectively, you became the head of an emergency task force, using any means to fight the plague. Tell me, Dankovsky, before and after, were you always aware of the consequences of your actions?
What the fuck? Fred Fox, welcome back. Lasted with 6 years. So hello Mr. Forge, have you considered entertaining your rather sizable Weeb fanbase with a Weeb playthrough? It's been a while, Forsen Pew. Maybe we play this. Resident Weeb. Silly Polly. Is this Stellar Blade I heard so much about? What?
Hey everyone, I am Max and I am Isla Creative Director at Pulsatrix Studios. And I am here to introduce our game.
Wait, Resident Evil 9? For real?
In Isla, you will play as Samuel, a beta tester responsible for testing a range of new
Too
technologies in the year 2035. One day, you receive a new VR dev kit with an inbuilt artificial intelligence promising of being capable of developing horror experiences in real time based on the user's neural activities and active feedback. But the resources it uses to create
I remember we played one game with this plot not too long ago. Remember that game? Where you were like a VR tester or some shit?
As virtuality merges with reality, you must use everything in your power to free yourself from this tailor-made psychological torture device.
Black Mirror has an episode about it.
Between
Yeah.
what's real and what isn't.
Karma the Dark World, yeah.
Your innermost terrors in a true survivor horror filled with challenging enigmas, an oppressive and intense atmosphere, and visceral combat against grotesque abominations.
Don't talk about chat's mother like that. Bro. The aliens are not pleased.
Is a homage to classic games of the genre, such as Resident Evil and Silent Hill, through both mechanics and thematic resonance. In some of the levels, you will be through the paces of true psychological horror, and in others, survival will be the key to get through. Discover the truth behind Isla, but be careful. Some of your choices that you make will affect the ending that you get. Arm yourself with a great arsenal when the task ahead demands it. Do what you must to survive. We hope you enjoyed the Speak into Isla. Please consider wishlisting on Steam as it really helps us out. Thank you.
It looks like a little Resident Evil indeed. Not wrong. Hey Sheshev, welcome back man. Oscar, Porcupine, Rasmussen, OB and Dark Horse with the Prime sub, welcome. It kind of look like Project Sunboy. What do you mean it looks nothing like Project Sunboy? And fucking looting, and fucking zombies, and fucking top down.
It's cleanup time.
Same way this looks like turtles.
Maybe next time I'll handle this.
I expected better from our nation's future burger flippers.
Shove it, old man. We're the American Revolution.
One bite of that processed slop and the good people of Tromaville will be transformed into a ravenous horde of drooling monstrosities.
Say, Coxie, did our nation's educational system always include rampaging student gangs and a giant radioactive squirrel?
Psycho Stick.
Toxic crusaders.
Boomstick for an arm, chain gun fingertips, and a might of ball storms in your fists. With this kind of power, no one can stand in your way.
No one can stand in your Wayne. So he said.
Stainless HQ, over. This is Detective Stanley Steel Press. I'll be docking at Orca Isle at approximately 1300 hours. Over. He's part man, part shotgun. This Captain Wayne guy is the biggest menace these waters have ever seen. Once he has his sights on something, he'll stop at nothing to get it. And all that stand in his way are reduced to mist. There's no army nor fleet that can stop his fury. What? Dangerous? Oh, no, sir. You've got Detective Stanley Steel Press on the job. Of course I can take it.
You talk a lot of big game there, don't you? But if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Come and get me, copper. Captain Wayne's Vacation Desperation. Wishlist now on Steam.
I'm doubting.
Well, go on already. What are you still doing here, man?
Still doubting. There's no way there's enough people playing boomer shooters for there to be so many of them releasing. There's simply no way. Maybe fucking 10 years ago, but 2025. Because every time you see something like this, chat, that's minus 5 years. Solo dev, you know what I mean? Like, it's so insane to me that they just keep pumping out games for such a niche audience. It's not 5 years. Bro, that game is definitely 5 years. Like, what are you talking about? Face creatures that should not be. I'm facing games that shouldn't be. It's time to go to hell. I mean, you see, here's another one. Okay. Looks a little bit more like, actually, redneck. What is it called? Redneck? Roguelike? What the fuck was that called? Redneck Immortal. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is Redneck Immortal. Holy shoot.
Pathologic looks very thrilling and super atmospheric. In contrast, Captain Wayne is super over the top and fast paced. I love that team. They're so cool.
They are very cool. All right, game fans, we are cruising to the finish line. I hope you've enjoyed the show so far, and thank you for sticking around for this last set of games.
It's been a week.
We are
You better save the best for last.
A genre that took the indie world by storm a few years back. And the genre's popularity doesn't seem to be letting up as the next collection of games makes clear.
We also have a few RPGs bringing that classic old school feel and JRPG flavor. Plus, for the
Expedition 32,
we got a game that really captures the freedom of playing a classic tabletop adventure. Are you excited yet? But without further ado, let's check out some Dungeons, Dragons, and deck building games.
So bad. Why are you so bad? Just face tanking that bitch. Defeated 12 out of 1. Shrine's Legacy. We got a little Everhood killer here. March 2026. I don't know, man. It's gonna have to compete with GTA.
Hey, I'm
Might be hard.
the developer of Esoteric Ebb. In Esoteric Ebb, you are the cleric, a glorified civil servant in a fantasy metropolis on the brink of its first ever election. The events of Ebb start when you're sent to investigate a magical incident, an explosion and a tea shop in your city of Norvik. Depending on how high or low you make the stats, your experience will radically differ with each playthrough. Your political alignment, how you approach a quest, and even your dialogue choices are all affected by your ability scores.
That's a crazy
The
concept.
stats will chime in and nudge you in directions that align with their personalities, not always to your benefit. Ebb is all about being the player at the table, making the most interesting decisions, and finding your own unique solutions. Whenever a challenge appears, a 20-sided die will be rolled. Then you add or subtract any modifiers to reach that final number. If you find a challenge you couldn't possibly succeed at, there are always ways to make your life easier. Explore the branching dialogues, gather information from around the city, or wield mighty spells to improve.
Is a 20 always a 20, chat?
Every little choice matters and will affect how the cleric navigates
20
sticky
always a
situations.
pass?
Don't forget to wishlist Esoteric Ebb on Steam for updates on our road to launch. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nallier, studio director for Fangamer and one of the developers of the new version of Off. Off is a 2008 indie RPG that went on to inspire games such as One Shot and Undertale. Fangamer is working with the original creator Mortis Ghost to provide an updated version for modern platforms. Let's take a look at the all-new combat system.
The Malls of Zone 2 are a perfect way to show off our new combat system. Going straight into battle, we'll have the batter do a basic attack. And Alpha will do a competence from the competence menu. In this case, we'll choose Saturated String for additional damage. Omega will also do a basic attack. But if you notice, Omega is charging up. If you look at its meter in the bottom right, it is actually going twice as fast and is spiking up. This means that it's going to do a critical hit in the next turn. That way, we can choose a big competence to ensure that we purify the enemy. We'll go through and do a Saturated String and a basic attack. And if you notice, the batter also is spiking up, but it got confused. Not all critical hits are to your advantage. We'll have to be able to quickly dispatch the enemy if we want to make sure that we don't get any additional damage. The song you are listening to, by the way, has been created by James Roach, one of the musicians of our all-new soundtrack. We're going to go up against the same pair of enemies in the exact same way. We're going to start with an attack, a Saturated String, and then follow up with another basic attack. However, one of the enemies is going to charge a critical hit. We're going to change our tactics and see if we can try and take down that enemy before the critical hit has a chance to be able to hit us. However, it looks like we're too late, and we took a massive hit. and also cause confusion as well. This isn't good, but we can be able to at least get our revenge on that enemy. Oh no.
I think I got second-hand confusion.
And now the other enemy is charging a critical hit against you. You can easily see how the critical hit system can be beneficial to you or work against you. You can also use the critical hit system on items as well, so that you can get a critical heal off of an item. Thankfully, at the end of the mall we have something to look forward to. An advertisement for cat food. For returning players, we also have 6 all-new bosses designed by the original creator Mordiscos. They take full advantage of the systems you saw today. Does this area look familiar?
No.
In addition to James Roach, we also have all new music by Morosk, composer of Stray, Exahava, Banshee Beat, one of the composers for Omori, Night Margin, one of the creators of One Shot, and Toby Fox, creator of Undertale and Deltarune. Off will be coming out sometime later this year on Nintendo Switch and Steam. Thank you very much for watching.
A JAMA, though. Looks like Crip as a necrodancer. Lord Amber Mace. But without the good music. This looks like Danger 5 the game. Turn-based. Why was based highlighted?
Welcome, pilot. This is your pre-flight safety briefing. Please remain seated while we absolutely cook.
They promised to cook. See what you got. 98% overwhelmingly positive reviews. 2 reviews.
I'm gonna say goofy. There's so many crazy combos you can pull off in it.
Oh, I don't
The
need
ball
it.
mix, it just feels so satisfying.
I'm just in love with it. You need to check this one out. If you're not satisfied, I don't know how to satisfy you.
This is one of the coolest games I ever played. Because I'm a bomb.
I don't think this boss was ready for me and my bomb nanigans.
I'm now on PC. Ported from mobile. Exclusive! Oh my god!
Hush now, Olvi. Close your eyes. Dream beneath the darkened sky. My little one, the night has come. The wind still hums its silent song. I follow your steps through ash and clay. Every step leads me astray. With trembling hands, I search, I yearn. Yet what has passed cannot return. The shadows rise and twist your voice.
Slay the spire, killer.
The stars above beheld my cry, but only echoed back the sky. I call upon fire to ignite my wrath. I call upon the spirits to light my path. Speak to me, love. Let me hear your breath. And never again your howl of death.
A Souls-like deck builder. What do you mean Souls-like deck builder? That's literally like contradicting genres. What the fuck does that mean? They're gonna rage bait me into playing that. My dude. Yo, this kind of feels like Darkest Dungeon with cards. Deck builder. Candlewood.
I love seeing that update for Nocturne. It is such a slick title, and I am definitely going to add it to my wish list. Now make sure you go to the Steam event page and wish list your favorites from the last segment, as well as all others from today's
Souls-like means that if you lose, you also lose your MTX purchased cards.
Even the best indie game showcases eventually come to an end. Remember to visit the
The fuck is MTX?
page on Steam, where all
Microtransactions?
titles can be found. You may learn you missed something awesome. Wishlist now and live your life free of regrets later. Once again, thanks to all the devs who participated in today's showcase. We can't wait to get our hands on your handiwork. And another mighty muchos gracias to our sponsors, Exola, Ryzen,
Muchas gracias, they said.
HeroCraft, Hype Train Digital, Indie.io, Joystick Ventures, Neon Doctrine, New Blood, Noodle Cake, Retroware, Silver Lining, Top Hat, Tripwire, XD Network, Inc., GOG, ID and Xbox, and the Global Gaming League, Raw Fury. And Fully Illustrated, y'all are the best of the best. Don't worry, folks. The mix will return sooner with another showcase filled to the brim with a new assortment of
That makes me very worried.
games. While you're waiting, be sure to follow us so you don't miss any important announcements or upcoming events. The mix is always cooking, so keep your socials on point to stay in the loop.
And remember to mark your calendars for the next Black Voices in Gaming Showcase coming Monday, June 9th at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Special thanks are due to the team at The Mix that puts all of our events together with speed, skill, and smarts. Y'all make this look easy. Thanks again, y'all. This is Justin Woodward, your host and co-founder of The Mix, signing off.
And I'm Candace Woodward. Thanks again for having me, Justin. I cannot wait to the next one.
We will see you soon. Peace.
Peace. Alright, well,
believe that I just bounced Put on my soft clothes.
I can't believe it either, but at least we're gonna end on a high note here. We got some Witcher 4 showcase coming up. Reveal. Unreal. Hey, MT4434 Sebey, Opital, Akadir Yaren and Vedex. John Kong, welcome back. So much win. He was the Sumax. Toss a coin to your Twitcher.
Sleep is he, the ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract. Where's fear not dry road? Aye, the devil's after me! Just running from!
Sounds up.
Salt. Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Epic Games.
Welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Festival.
Do you think Witcher will be an Epic exclusive?
With Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to
No.
join us. Thank you.
They just made an Unreal, so they're just
First
like...
things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red.
What's up? What's up?
We have a lot to talk about. Hey guys.
Hey. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open-world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
We're ready. Kitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
CD Projekt Red has confirmed to VGC that what was shown at the State of Unreal presentation today was a tech demo set in The Witcher 4 world, but not The Witcher 4 itself. Source, VGC_news on Twitter. Imagine falling for this shit. Investors scam.
You're saying that it's a tech demo set in the Witcher 4 world,
Right now,
but it's not the actual game.
and after gathering nucleus, she is heading back to a nearby
I don't understand. They're most likely gonna use this, exactly this type of engine.
everyone?
Or they're going to use this engine 100%. They're gonna use this type of gameplay in their actual game,
So
right?
just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
Or
These two characters need to feel like
if
one.
these are the tools they have available at Unreal,
Riding needs to feel seamless, natural.
they claim
Yeah, and to support
this
that,
game will
we're
run
using
4K
multi
60
character
FPS on
motion
base
capture and
PS5.
So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounted from any angle and speed.
Is that a ridiculous claim to
And
make,
we
or
also
what?
support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her
I don't
keeps
understand.
realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising.
I don't know what the fuck 4K is, I'll be honest. I know what 60 FPS is, but I don't even have 4K on my monitors, man. What the fuck needs a
Let's
4K?
leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest.
I don't understand.
Yeah, and
They have the tools to make this. They clearly made this demo. Or you're saying they're not gonna make the game like look like this or what for PC?
Everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do, and foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage.
I think you guys just don't understand that this game won't be out for a billion years.
Fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle.
Yeah, I mean this technology has been out for Unreal for now quite a while. The problem is that the optimization gets fucked in the ass, and if they're gonna release this game on PlayStation, you can forget about this type of quality. 100% forget about it.
And they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of
Now it's not uncommon
their vision without compromise.
for games to be better on PC than they are on the PlayStation, right? Final Fantasy Remake is way better on the PC, allegedly. I haven't played them yet, but...
smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Ciri. Welcome to Valgrest. So Valgrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food. I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff.
Consoles are usually optimized better than PC. It's not true. You're basing that on the fact that games release on the PlayStation first and then they have horrible ports. But games that release simultaneously on both are not better on the consoles. You're stupid.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together.
The guy on stage is even pretending to hold a controller. even though this is a tech demo, not even a gameplay demo. Remember the Cyberpunk 2077 tech demo that was supposedly captured on base PS4? Then on release it ran and looked like shit even on PC.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, I'm not a fucking CDPR cuck here. Let me get this straight, guy in chat. I didn't even play Cyberpunk on release, alright. Now I am looking forward to Witcher 4. Even if it looks and plays like Witcher 3, that would be still good. Because Witcher 3 and DLC was like giga great games. But it's kinda little if they're actually not even playing right now. Is it actually just like a demo and not a gameplay demo? That's giga scamas, man. Haven't they learned from the first time?
I presume this comes as no surprise to you. No. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me. The manticore that flattened your cars and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore.
But I would be very happy if the game looked like this. I'm not gonna lie.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Catch the seas, we'll find none fresher.
Rugged ladies after one of those.
Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest?
And don't worry, chat, we'll have 6090s by the time this game is out.
And there is tons of tech to play here, even in a simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal Smart Objects, Chaos Cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the capping quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and
they just made one area, that's why it's 60 FPS. If they add the rest of the map, it's gonna be 5 FPS.
React to changes in the world around them.
The prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valve. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
Witcher 3 wasn't the open world as you think it was. There are... I forget exactly how they made it with the loading zones in between.
But the great performance deserves a huge crowd. Let's grant
but
it
you're not having the whole world at the same time in Witcher 3. I think it's like distance based.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to
open zone,
systems, including an entirely new
Unreal
animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents, all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the system.
How did they make
your
that?
players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to
There
life
were
in
zones.
real
Yeah, there were zones. Exactly. It wasn't open world like Skyrim was open world.
But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri?
I don't know what your definition of open world is.
We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making
Open world is when you can walk everywhere.
With the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is
That's
giving
open
a
world.
new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
Skyrim wasn't open world then? No, Skyrim you could walk from one side of the map to the other side of the map without a loading screen. Obviously when you enter dungeons or whatever. You cannot do that in Witcher 3.
Onward, Kelby. With what?
Thanks, guys. Seriously, it looks...
Was it actually demo or was it gameplay?
5.6. So, here's Julien.
Why would you bring out the controller? That's so stupid if it's not.
Thank you so much.
Remember Witcher 3 gameplay trailer? They will nerf
Hey
graphic and
everyone,
change a lot.
great to be here.
I don't remember Witcher 3
I
gameplay
spent a
trailer,
lot
no.
of time on this demo, so I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release. An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for the release, which was performance. We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds. We want to preserve graphics quality. And of course, we want to deliver high frame rates that you and your players expect. So let's check it out, starting with rendering. If you all remember, when we released Nanite with UE5, it supported static geometry. Last year, we brought skinning to Nanite. And now, we're working on Nanite foliage. The only way to have a forest that looks as good as this one is to use 3D geometry for all parts of the trees, just like we do for everything else. However, this is a crazy amount of fine geometry, so we had to rethink how trees are created and displayed. To create them, we developed Nanite assemblies. These 28 little parts that you see are all that we use to build all the spruces from the forest. They are instanced thousands of times and used like building blocks to assemble trees in different ways. And as you probably noticed with the wind effect, they even support skeletal animation, which runs on the GPU. Thanks to assembly, we greatly reduce the storage, the runtime memory, and the rendering cost. Then, to display an entire forest, the challenge was to preserve fidelity and performance from any distance. Let's check up close the level of detail.
If you take all the gamers, all the PC gamers, what is the average GPU you think?
Representation is not the most efficient.
The average, not the median, but the average GPU.
And that's why we made an adapted
3060? Really? That sounds kind of high to me, I'll be honest.
This close, since when we move the camera back, you're barely a pixel.
I would have thought it was lower.
We are moving it to the main line as we speak, and it will be available for
Steam has statistics for those?
Another thing I would like to share is that
oh really, they collect that.
now run more than twice as fast with no visual trade-off compared to when UE5
3060 is standard in pre-built. Yeah, sure.
60 FPS on consoles.
But that doesn't mean that it's the average.
We rewrote the rendering pipeline to run asynchronously so you can increase the richness of your scenes even more.
Survey is up
now
there,
let's
it's
talk
skewed.
about chaos physics. For chaos cloth, we improve our cloth-to-cloth constraint solution. This removes a lot of collision evaluation when garments are piling up and interacting with each other. Even for complex setup like Series Cape, we hit a sub-millisecond budget on PS5. With Chaos Flesh, we introduce procedural muscle activation to make deformation and motion more natural. Your artist will still have control over tetrahedral simulation and train ML models that run fast in real time. We now support the baking of fluid surface data into lightweight assets to be played back at low cost. This is going to give you high fidelity water without the performance cost of real-time fluid simulation. For animation,
yeah, the PlayStation ain't having all this, my man.
Here, you can see how Siri and Kelpie match up in their interaction. Well, that works no matter the angle of approach. That's our modes character motion matching solution. We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic. Also, we now have a secondary layer of animation driven by physics in Control Rig. We used it in Kelpie's rig to drive the mane, the tail, and the saddlebacks. And now, I'm happy to announce that all these features are already integrated into our new Unreal Animation framework.
Just for investors to go bad. I do wonder.
We built it with performance first in mind.
When did Cyberpunk release? Does anyone remember?
And for for the other character
What
systems,
year they released?
like movement, avoidance,
2020.
behavior, we also move them to worker threads. This is really going to help you create scenes that are crowded and lively. Streaming has always been a big deal regarding performance.
Yeah, I mean, they tanked hard after their Cyberpunk Flopperino. They went down pretty hard, but now with Witcher 4 they're going up again.
And just to take a different example,
It's halfway of the peak of Cyberpunk though.
streaming time was cut down by 90% while moving at
Halfway.
We focus on a lot of variables.
But it will probably increase more until the game.
And mobile is no exception. We work on better defaults and scalability settings for mobile and minimize the default package size. We also improve our workflows with
This is just a lot of tech, right? It's nothing
and content browser, on-device iteration workflow, and a mobile preview solution. So there you go.
Fortnite.
Unreal Engine 5.6 is all about performance, and it's available today.
Today. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, well, I mean, it wasn't the most exciting showcase, I'm gonna be honest, but they saved the best for last. This week is gonna have more showcases, definitely. Tomorrow, I believe, is State of the Play. State of Play. And then we have PC Gaming Show. When is that? Probably like 6th or something, I don't know.
There's a lot to uncover in this forest of dreams.
Alright, let's try and check out this new arena revamp. Let's check out the underground. We didn't get to that part, we didn't have time. Category. Grab a seat by the hearth.